Wearing protective suits, they're washed down with chlorine, making sure every particle of the highly contagious virus is destroyed. But Doctors Without Borders says efforts to contain Ebola aren't working and instead have led to hostility and violence against the people who are trying to help.
The existing atmosphere can only be described as toxic. It shows how the response has failed to listen and act on the needs of those most affected.
Dr. Joanne Liu was in the Democratic Republic of Congo last week when 2 treatment centres were burnt down. It forced the charity to suspend its operations at the epicentre of the outbreak. This region seen decades of unrest as armed groups vie for territory and resources. And Dr. Liu says the involvement of security personnel is alienating patients and their families.
More than 40% of the deaths are right now taking place in the community. That means that we have not reached them and they have not sought our care. They see vast amounts of money pouring in, but they don't see where it ends up. They hear the constant advice to wash their hands, but nothing about the lack of soap and water.
Ebola has killed more than 560 people here since August and robbed these communities of their right to vote in last December's presidential ballot. The Election Commission said the virus made it too dangerous for voting to go ahead. The chief of the World Health Organization's in town to assess the response. He agrees community ownership's needed to end the epidemic.
We're here to help. And I don't want any Congolese to really die of Ebola, especially when we have the means at hand, when we have the medicine, when we have the vaccine. So in Katwa and Butembo, my recommendation is for the community to take responsibility, own it, understand that it's a problem that's already affecting the society and that they should be at the front to fight it.
He believes the virus can be beaten. Doctors Without Borders, though, says Ebola still has the upper hand. Alexi O'Brien, Al Jazeera.